What's up everybody, welcome back to Tankers Club. In this video we will have a crash course about the Object 268 version 4. This Talinom Steel, this tank is so OP and in my opinion just one of the best tier 10 TD in the game. After I would say the Object 263, this tank is still OP, got a better armor but less mobility and less TPM. But still so OP, and I'm gonna showcase you what can we do with this vehicle on the battlefield. Before we go about the thing, what I want to say is I'm using the reactive armor because I rush a lot with this vehicle. I go front line, show my front armor, and if I get penned, which is actually so rare that I get penned, especially if I go heavy side or medium side and just show my front armor, but if I get penned, because I'm playing very risky, to reduce the damage I'm using this reactive armor. This reactive armor will reduce the damage to minus 20% from any shells except the hash shells. Just a small thing wanna say. And also another thing is that I'm using the supercharger because I made the experience that I can destroy more ammo racks if I use the supercharger while playing with this vehicle. And then refined gun rammer, and the rest is actually standard. Use definitely enhanced armor because we have anyway really a great OP front armor, but to maximize it use the enhanced armor, camouflage net, engine accelerator and the high-end consumables. So now enough talking, let's just jump to the battlefield and show you this Talinom Steel, how much damage we can block with this vehicle and especially how much damage we can deal. So to the play style with this vehicle, yeah, actually just go frontline, you can do it, and just yeah, spam the heavies if they are thick armored like the E100 with your heat shells, with your premium shells. If not, always show your front armor, really directly your front armor. If enemy tank aiming on you, build the line with his gun and show your front armor. You can try to wiggle a little bit, don't angle your tank but just wiggle so that he cannot aim on your weak spot. The weak spot, by the way, is we got it in the upper side, a very fine line on the cupola. I think only mediums and light tanks with high accuracy will be able to aim it. And we got also on the lower plate right there, the lower plate, the front one. Also not a lot of tanks will be able to pen it, but some super heavies or mediums with high penetration will be able to pen it. But also if you wiggle your tank left right, a lot of shots will bounce definitely. So what I'm doing here right now is going to this. Also actually it's a hold down position thanks to the it's go up there, it's like stairs, and with that I'm actually hiding my lower plate. And look at this, I'm moving left right, and with that the IS-4 yeah, it couldn't penetrate my armor, and I will keep going. I was trying to hash him but sadly I didn't pen him. But as we see, if you show your front armor, they have just no chance to penetrate our armor. Let's say to 80%, if you are showing your front armor, the shot will bounce. They have really no chance. It's so difficult to penetrate the front armor of this vehicle, especially to aim on the weak spot of this vehicle. It's really so difficult. Look at this again, even from the side, somehow the Talinom power just bounced, and again shot bounce. Already 2k of damage block, and this is really standard with this vehicle. So what I want to say is very important, show your front armor, don't expose your side of course, so keep it in your mind. If you rush on an enemy tank like that, you will be penned like this, for example from the side or from the back. But I'm gonna revenge by myself against this E100 who just shot me from the side while I was busy with the T-57. Here we go. So we have insane penetration, OP front armor, also actually high TPM. The only thing what we still need on this vehicle, maybe if it got buffed, is more mobility, and we will be just yeah, unstoppable with this YOLO wagon, I would say, because we have nothing to fear. I always rushing like this. All I'm doing is just show your front armor. Of course, if you are a beginner player or not that skilled player, don't risk a lot, but think about showing your front armor. You can risk some shots from distance, but for example don't get very close, especially to mediums or light tanks, because of course they can surround you. You can go front line, you can show your front armor, but keep your distance, and with that, especially the heavies will have huge problems to penetrate our front armor, for example. But if you get close to them, the chance will higher to be penned because they can aim better on our weak spots. So think about it. Always show your front armor to the enemy. Don't expose your side or your back to other tanks. And if you are in front of enemy tank, just really wiggle, but not a lot, because if you over angle your tank, you will be pinned again. So here we go, 4k of damage, 2.2k of damage blocked, and we got also 49k of credits without credit boosters. So, and the rest of the battles that I got for you guys, it will be also the same playstyle. I just want to showcase you again how easy it is to bounce the shots. If you are actually, I'm not doing a lot, I'm just showing my front armor to the enemy. And yeah, the same playstyle. I'm keeping my distance. I'm of course going front line, but not very close, to minimize the chance to the enemy to penetrate my thick frontal armor. Here we go. Here we can see 235 damage only. That means the Concept 1B was using premium shells, and if they will be able to pen us, that means they are also using calibrated shells. So, and not every player is using calibrated shells. So again, show your front armor. You can risk a lot with this vehicle and do your damage. We don't also have to fear a lot, to camp a lot. We can be all rounder, we can relocate, but always keep it in your mind. Don't expose your side, and as long you show your front armor, we are to 80% safe, and we can to 80% be sure that the shot will bounce, and that allows us to play more aggressive and more risky with this vehicle. Here we go. Also, the gun dispersion is not bad at all for a tier tank destroyer. With this yeah, alpha gun, 700 damage per shot nearly. So there was really nothing to complain about this tank, because I saw some players complaining about it. A lot of players right now, especially yesterday and today, got his hands on this tank from the lock boxes, and I saw some players complaining about it because they saying it's too expensive for nothing. But just disagree. This tank is really so strong, and of course, if you don't know how to play with it, you will be just maybe yeah, frustrated, or you will not like it. But if you know the strength of this tank and the weakness also at the same time, we can really perform great battles. And I'm gonna show you later also that my win rate is good with this vehicle. I think about something about 55%. But I think also if I will keep playing with it, look at this again, shot blocked. I'm just face hugging the 60TP. He just gave up in the end. The shot also by the Jagdpanzer 800 also bounced, and we know all that the Jagdpanzer 800 got an insane penetration. So yeah, again, showcasing you in this battle the playstyle of this vehicle and how strong the front armor of this vehicle. Again, nearly 3k of damage blocked, 3k of damage dealt. And of course, in some battles I will be destroyed in just a few seconds because I do a mistake, I expose my side or my back, or I get surrounded. That sucks a lot, but it happens also. But this is to resume how to play with it correctly. I have another battle for you. It's gonna be boring because it will be the same playstyle. The last battle is going to be in Hellas, and yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going with my heavies. I prefer to go with the heavies always front side, not the mediums, because the mediums are too fast and I don't have that short aiming time to aim on them if they are moving. That's why I prefer to go on the heavy side and then to farm the heavies from distance, or like this, just pushing front line. Yeah, and look at this, how much damage blocked just in few seconds. If I make sure to finish the heavies, the rest will be easy. Look at this, without aiming we got seeing the weak spot. With heat shells we got also insane penetration, and we know also how hard it is to penetrate the front armor of the Hori, but with this penetration really there is no problem. already nearly 2k of damage blocked, just standard with the Object 268 version 4, and I'm just keep rushing front line, of course seeing in the minimap, trying not to expose my side. And here we go, let's hash that dude. Of course the 268 will bounce, and then let's yeah, he just gave up. He just gave up, he just so frustrated. Here we go. Yeah, again, showcasing you in this battle just how OP the frontal armor of this vehicle, and that's the most interesting thing on this tank, the frontal armor. I think there is just no tank destroyer in the game with this insane front armor. Maybe the Panzer E100 got also similar front armor and the Hori too, but not like this, not so OP like the frontal armor of the Object 268 version 4. Yeah, I don't want to make this video so long. I think I will not be able to chase the last one. He's far away, so I'm gonna skip this part. Here we go. We won the battle again, and yeah, 2.5 damage blocked, and there is a lot of battles with, I mean, I made some battles where I blocked just, I don't know, 3.5k, 4k, 5k of damage blocked, and that will happen by playing with this vehicle. I just have still to adapt more to the playstyle of this tank. I started understanding how to play with it just in the last 20 or 30 battles, and now I think if I will keep playing with it, my win rate will go for sure 60%. And yeah, already 2 Ace Tanker Mastery badges, plenty of first, second and third class Mastery badges, so it's really interesting. Yeah, and I hope that for the new players who got their hands on this vehicle, that after this video you know better how to play with it. Before we end this video, let's just go to the armor inspector and show you which are the weak spots of this vehicle. It's gonna look like this if an E100, a tier 10 German tank with calibrated shells trying to penetrate our front armor. So it's all red, only as I said, that small weak spot there, but it's really so hard to aim on it. That's why we are so OP and why the frontal armor is working so good. But most of the players don't use calibrated shells. If they use premium shells, it will look like this. That's why I advise you just to wiggle and to make it harder for them to aim on your lower plate. But without calibrated shells and even with hit shells, it will be again all red, just all red. So, and I don't think that most of the players use calibrated shells, and that's why a lot of shots will bounce. Even the enemy tank will use premium shells. So be aware, of course, of TDs. Let's take for example a tank with an insane penetration, the Panzer E100. Yeah, let's firstly without, so the Panzer E100 will also be able to pen us, but it will still hard for him if you are in front of him. Just if you wiggle like that, it will still very hard for him to pen us. Without premium shells, it will be again also all red and very difficult to penetrate. So we have an insane frontal armor, and that's why the shots are bouncing. Just be aware of TDs, but still, even against TDs with premium shells, we still have a high chance that the shots will bounce, because it's not, especially from distance, it's not very easy to aim on this weak spot, this one, the lower plate, and this one. And if we anyway face hug the tanks, that means we are just hiding this part of the armor, the lower plate, and the enemy will see only this. And this is also, if we just wiggle like this, make them nervous, will still hard to penetrate. So if you expose our side, of course, side and back is easy to pen, but the frontal armor is just one of the best yeah, frontal armor in the game for TDs. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this crash course about the Object 268 version 4. I hope I could help you with this video, so now you have a better idea about this tank, a better idea how to play with it and to perform better battles on the battlefield. Good luck and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.